Hello, hello, and welcome back to All The Mons. Sorry it's been a couple days. I was supposed to be back Tuesday, but I picked up an extra couple days of work. More work is more money is good. I need the money. So yeah, that's why we're a bit late. Just been a bit tired after that. I've done a couple raids, so we can open these up. Also, I got a comment asking why I sound like I haven't slept in forever, and that's like, it's because I'm always tired. I just very often sound tired. I should probably try to get proper, better sleep, but yeah, nah, we ain't doing that. Let's just open all of these and some of that's decent. Throw out the garbage like the copper and the mint seeds and the mint bits. I could probably keep those, but I don't need to. Those can go into there. Got a decent collection going. And then I think everything else goes into this one. Yeah, there we are. Oh yeah, and elevator. It's mostly working. I haven't done the lower floor yet. But we can go to all the floors. It's running off one of those electric motors we made. Today, I think we're gonna try to make a nuclear reactor because we need more power. We need more power, and to start getting more power, we need at least a basic reactor. Also, they updated the battle menu and everything once again. So it looks like this now. So it's like, it looks cleaner than last time, which I'm pretty happy with. Less overlapping tabs and everything. You can check all your information here still. Yeah, it's not bad. I like this one. I don't want to fight that little guy though. Goodbye. I was working on one before work, where we were throwing together a team of all of my favorite Pokemon, and ran into an issue with one of them. It doesn't seem to spawn in the wild, so I don't know if it's just a super rare thing and it doesn't show up in any of the search things. I even tried to find it in a test creative world and I couldn't find it, so yeah, that's kind of screwed up. So, for reactors, it is, where is it? Extreme reactors is what we're doing. What is our starting point? Graphite for casings. Before we can start building our reactor, we'll need to smelt some coal or charcoal to create graphite. Alright, graphite and iron are the main components here. That should be real easy to get a bunch of. Because we got coal seeds. Give me 100. Yeah. I didn't grab 100. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just put in a recipe for graphite. If I go graphite bar. Oh, we have graphite essence. Never mind. We're A-okay. Well, I guess we just set up a recipe like that. Oops, that was, jeez. Well, that's graphite figured out. We now need reactor glass and reactor casing. Can I like tab you guys? Reactor glass, reactor casing, basic level casing though. To build a reactor, you will need to start by making reactor casings. These make up the frame and walls of your reactor. Although the walls can be replaced by reactor glass if you like to see inside the reactor. For future reference, when a part says basic, this means that it can only be used with other basic parts. The basic parts can only be used to build smaller reactors, as it has a certain size limit. Keep this in mind. Okay, let's just throw together Oh, I need sand. Oh, I need sand. Well, I can like request a couple sand. I have a funny feeling it's not exporting. Oh, it is. So where's it going? Oh, it was just taking its time. Huh. Well, let's get a handful of reactor casing basic. I don't know, we'll do like 18, yeah. Why not? Reactor glass. Do 2 of those. Alright, now we need reactor control rod. Oh, jeez. And fuel rod. Reactor controller. And energy power tap. Solid access port. That is a lot of words. Alright, we'll start here. Every reactor needs control rods and fuel rods. These control how fuel is inserted into the reactor. Control rods are placed on the top face of the reactor. You can also have more than 1 per reactor, but you must have at least 1. Typically, the more you have, the more fuel the reactor can use. That means the more power at the cost of higher burn rate, depending on the setup of your reactor. For every control rod, you'll need enough fuel rods to extend to the base of the reactor. For example, if your reactor is 5 blocks tall, you need 3 fuel rods extending from each control rod. If you right click on a control rod, you can control how much fuel is burned in the reactor by inserting or retracting the fuel rods. The further you extend, the less fuel that will be burnt. Alright? Confusing, I don't really get it. We'll just play around with it. The reactor controller is the heart of the reactor. When a reactor is formed, you can right-click the terminal to open up the interface. Depending on if it is a passively cooled or actively cooled reactor, the interface will change. Passively cooled reactors are used to produce power directly by burning fuel. Actively cooled reactors use the heat created to vaporize the coolant, which is then sent into a turbine to create power. In the interface of a passive reactor, you can see and toggle the status and waste ejection. You can also see the temperatures and how much Fe the reactor is producing. Alright, okay. To extract powers, you need these blocks. Power tap, way to tap the power that the passive reactor makes. And access ports are required for every reactor, allows you to input input fuel and extract waste. It is a good idea to have 2 per reactor, 1 for each job, so we're going to want 2 solid access port. Alright, let's make all these things. Pistons. Make 2 solid ports, a forge power tap, a reactor controller basic, a reactor fuel rod. Let's make 2 of those. Alright. A reactor. Oh, we have control. We need control rod. Yes. Yeah, we need more graphite bars. That was very quick to run out. And there we go. Iron. That should be tons to work with. Make the control rod basic. I think that's all the components we need for our first reactor. We're going to build the smallest passive reactor possible. 3x3x3. To build this, you start by a 3x3x3 frame made of casing. We're actually going to do this right here. 5x5x5, I think. Yeah, I'm going to try to follow this kind of design. And we'll just do the test one just outside. We'll move it later. It's just for us to kind of figure out how all this works. So I guess for now, we can do it in the battle arena. This is our testing area. 5. Is it safe to have a nuclear reactor in your battle arena? Gonna be honest, probably not. Alright. Ew, we're gonna need more. Ew, we're going to need more. Way more. You know what? Screw it. We're doing 3x3x3. I'm lazy. I wanted to get fancy right out the gate, but you know what? Who says we need to do 3 or 5? Why don't we do 4? Yeah, I think 4. That's a lot more manageable. Alright. Yeah, we've already almost got all the components to do a 4x4. Let's take a look at that picture again. So it looks like the interior is pretty much just loaded with the rods. And I guess above it is where the control rod would go. I think that's what I mean is I can't see it in the picture, so I'm assuming that's where it's going to be. We did read the instructions and it said above. Alright, let's try putting these parts together and seeing what we got. So we need a energy tap to take energy out. We'll put that here. We need solid access ports 1 and 2. This is going to be outlet mode. eject waste. And this is going to be inlet mode. What about this one? I can't right click that, alright. Controller basic. That could go there. We'll do our 2 windows here. So we can kind of peek into it. Plug that. I think these go in the top like that. And then we place the fuel rods. Let's see. Did we make a reactor? I think we did. Ooh, oh, look at that. Look at that. We made a reactor. Huh. So hopefully we don't have any issues with this. Alright. If you're using basic parts, the largest reactor you can make is 5x5x5. The biggest reactor that you can make using reinforced parts is 32x32x48. Jeez, that's huge. Eventually we'll make a bigger one, but like for now, I think this is what we need just to start producing other resources. As well as power. I need the power so bad. The wider the reactor, the more efficient. As long as you don't add more fuel rods to the design. So if we do like wide reactor with short fuel rods. No, fuel rods? I don't know. You need uranium pumped into the reactor to act as fuel. A fluidizer. Now that we are collecting waste, we're not collecting waste though, so I guess I have to put some uranium into you and start like powering you up, and we can test this out, see how much power it's producing. Let's get a cube. Oh, jeez. Energy storage? Oh, come on, what can I store energy in? Could do power. Oh yeah, wireless. Wireless. We want to do wireless, right? I think it's ender cells. Ender cells from power to do wireless energy. Using the ender core. Which is eye of ender, dielectric, junk, and capacitator. So let's say I want one of you. I want a capacitator. And I want an eye. So this is what that was, the components, right? Yeah. I think we want tiny ones. On 1, 2, 3, get zapped. Right. So, we use this to make. I think we need these two. Oh. Should I just throw together a recipe for this stuff? Can I recipe this? Okay. Sir, no, it has to be through that method. Alright. Here's 10 dielectric casing. Should be able to make a couple of these cores now. Well, if we go like, give me some of those. There we are. Do. We'll just make up however many we can of these. Ah, damn it. And then I think it'll be fine to do wireless power. I don't think I've ever actually done it with the power mod. So, yeah, this is gonna be an Abder gate. So I think we want to get like as high of a tier as we can in this. Let's hold G on it. Transfer energy between the adjacent block and the Ender network. Okay, so we need a gate and I think a cell. So if we hold G on this, Ender cell is used to store FE to a specific channel and then use it anywhere. Alright. So we need one of these and one of those. Let's start with starter. Wait. Starter doesn't upgrade to basic for this. Oh geez, this is like the first thing where it's just like you just skip all the other steps? Shit, I didn't know that. Alright, let's get the gate. Can we just go straight to the fanciest? It takes cable, which we can make. Alright. Damn. So we've got Ender Cell and Ender Gate, both at Nitro tier. Oh, we need uranium, right? Let's get just a handful of uranium and a handful of pipes. What do you call it? We need a drawer. Give me a drawer. So we want to insert from the top uranium. And then we want to use this to tell it that that is what we want. So we put all of them into there, I think. Core fuel status 25% full. Core heat 0. Turn reactor on. Scram, we do not want to scram. Automatic waste ejection. I think we want to plug that into there. So we want to receive, and then we take an Ender Gate, and I guess slap it onto one of our cables here. And receive extract 1.9. Oh, I think we're missing a step. We need like a battery, I'm pretty sure. Right? Battery, yes, we need a some sort of battery from this. So we could start with basic level battery. Just do the thing. Why do I have to hit start over and over? I didn't have to do that before. Alright, well, whatever, we'll just tear it up. And if we're putting in our inventory, it should be taking off any related quests. That's pretty solid. So that's a spirited level, and now we'll do nitro. We need more nitro crystal. How do I make these again? It is redstone, blazing crystal, and nether star. Redstone, blazing crystal, and nether star. Slap all these components into our charge pad. Munch up. It's consuming so much power. There we go. Nitro crystals. Which means we can do the fancy battery. Battery nitro. Slap you into the so you're gonna extract, I think. So it should spit energy out. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out because we're going to start using up a lot. We might not be using it yet, but soon. If I just hit on, how is everything working? Core heat. Hopefully we are stable. 580 degrees Celsius. Not the worst. Waste from the core is extracted ASAP. Do we have a barrel? Maybe we should put a barrel there. Yeah. Spruce barrel. Maybe we... Okay, if I do that, we just cut these away from each other. Export waste into there, please and thank you. How's our fuel doing? So very, very little depleted. Is the temperature still going up? Also, are we going to run into radiation related issues doing this? Okay. So it's not doing what I want it to do, which is sucking up power from behind it. So we want the south to be receiving. So it should receive power from this on the regular. Oh, I think the core heat is going down now that it's sucking out energy. Okay. There's an auto waste ejection is automatic. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, it seems to be in a good spot now. Alright, so we have a functional reactor producing a little bit of power. It all adds up though, and it'll produce the resources that we need to make bigger, better reactors. So that's the exciting part. Now, I guess I should start planning a team for our run of... Which one are we doing? Probably Radical Red next. I think that's probably the next one we do. Some leaders only spawn in the gyms that spawn in villages. Oh, that's... Okay. Keep that in mind. Yeah, this might be the one we do next. It's a bit challenging though. I believe it was 4.5 stars. So we need to make sure we have good teams. I don't know about you, but this looks like a pretty solid team to me here. I think this is what we're gonna go with for the Radical Red. A Growlite, the Matchup, Eevee, Noibat, and Sobel. But do we have the berries to make them strong? Give them... I guess we should at least give them good abilities. Now let's start there. I don't have amethyst seeds. About over here, do we have? We do have ability capsules. I think for Eevee, I want to do one of these, a Thunderstone. Turn him into a Jolteon. Oh, look at him. Alright, level 11 Jolteon's crazy. Now, can't use that on you. I can't even remember what, I think his ability is Volt Absorb? I don't know. Growlite, what's your ability? Intimidate. Actually, you know what? That's good. We'll keep that. Let's just look at you, Guts. If it has a status condition, boost the attack, we want that. Yeah, that is Volt Absorb. Frisk, when it enters a battle, check the opponent's held item. I don't know. I think we might want to switch that. Torrent is meh, but I think we can only do hidden ability on you. And Levitate. Yeah, that's probably the best choice for Ghastly. So we need ability patches. Can I make 2? Alright. Go Noibat. Actually, I didn't even check if you added a normal ability. You know what? We'll give it a test, see what you got. Infiltrator. Infiltrator's pretty good. What about hidden ability? Telepathy. Anticipates and... It's only good if we're doing double battles. And the gym battles aren't usually double battles. So, while I would normally say yeah to that, it's gonna be a nah. Go back to Infiltrator. And now we need new ability patches because someone ate them all. Whoopsie. Okay, Sobel, you're gonna get one. Sniper. Ooh. If the Pokemon lands a crit, it's powered up even more. Yep. I'll take that. So that just means stronger crits. And what is your hidden ability? Quick Feet. Nah, Volt Absorb's gonna be better for us. There we go. That is the crew. Now I guess next we should do their natures. We don't have any red mints. We can get more pretty easy just by heading out to the garden. Oh, we got a little bit of laggies. Yeah. So we got our reactor going. We've got our radical red team. And honestly, I think if a team member isn't really working out, we should be willing to, a bit more willing to sub them out for a new member. Because I don't want to be stuck in another situation of it just not being the right team for escargot, but we keep trying to use escargot. Are you coming to attack me? I'm sorry. No. Unacceptable. Yes. 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 So for the most part, I think these are the ones we need. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think what we need is something like this. So 2 adamant mints. And then 2, 3. Let's just do 4. I don't think it's 4 that we want. And then I think for at least one of these, we want to do something like this with the green ones to make a timid mint. Yeah. So the adamant raises attack, lowers special attack, modest raises special, lowers attack, and timid raises speed, lowers attack. Timid will go to Ghastly, so it's faster. Sobble, Noibat, Jolteon will all get modest. There we go. And then Matchup and Growlithe will get Adamant. Now everyone has the natures they need. Well, I don't think we're gonna see any waste of it until it's like been running for a while. Yeah, I think we've made a little bit of progress today. So, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please stick around for some more. I'll see you next time. And have a good day.